Now let's take a look at some headlines. My name is Ifeimi Andrew. This one said, human technology errors, not sabotage, marred UTME. Southeast PDP threatens pullout from party. And tackling mass failure of candidates in UTME. All of these are headlines from the Nation newspaper. If you go over to the Vanguard, you find some more interesting ones. Here it says, okay, while we're waiting for that to come on, let's look at what we have on the Punch newspaper first. Agriculture, key to Nigeria's progress. Oluremi Tinubu. We've seen this for a long time. Federal government inaugurates smart police station in Abuja. Mass failure, jam boss weeps as human error forces Lagos. Southeast resists. I saw the video. I'm like, is Jam saying they did not know that they've always had computer errors? So what is the likelihood that most of the people that didn't get what they should have gotten in the past Jam was also due to computer error? Because the complaints for computer error did not start now. Since we initiated the computer-based test, every Jam exam, there's been a complaint of computer error. And every year it has been worse than the previous. There wasn't like some upgrade. So the answer would have been, if we're not ready for it, don't do it. If we're not ready for it, don't do it. We're in a country where just to even browse with your phone, the internet sucks. That's the country we're in. Just to upload a video on YouTube, just to try and upload a video, the internet sucks. It's the phone lines just to even make a call. Like, in a whole day, you can't make a call a whole day without experiencing any network glitch. It's almost impossible. That's the country we're in. And we then look at that situation and say, oh, we're going to get people to write exams using the internet. And you're going to say computer-based system. And this is going to be something that's going to be nationwide. Do we have the resources to do it? Yes. Have we invested enough over time to be able to do it? I don't think so. It requires a lot of investment in that sector to make it happen. So the failure of government's investments in that sector adequately over the years has just shown now. The question is, the next one, what is going to happen? Let's also not forget, this does not mean that there were not children that failed because they were not interested in school. There were those that failed that had nothing to do with the computer. Let's also put that in, factor that in. But it is sad that this is happening and Jam. Well, PDP crisis worsens as Southeast caucus mulls defection. All of these headlines are on the Punch. Federal government scores Tinubu high on economy. Oh, that's an interesting read. I think you should go look at it. Federal government scores Tinubu high on economy. Okay. This is what people describe as being a judge in your case. So look at it, see what they are saying, and let us know what you think. NNPC Limited didn't remit 500 billion naira revenue in 2024 World Bank. Oh, okay. NNPC Limited didn't remit 500 billion naira revenue in 2024. Okay. World Bank. So is the World Bank saying somebody was not telling the truth? Rising insecurity, Tinubu governors to deploy 130,000 new forest guards nationwide. Declare state of emergency in those areas so that you can. Why do I feel like this problem might go on and then during the elections or close to the elections we'll not have a state of emergency declared in those places in the north? Why do I feel that could happen? Who am I? Let's wait and see. 0817-923-0002 0817-923-0007. Those are the numbers to call. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook, so you can be a part of the conversation at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Get on Facebook. You can watch live. Don't forget to click on the share button. Keep your comments short and simple. CPRN says any court order or judgment against Olakwa clan is a judgment against Ichie people and the development of Ichie. J30, because I think the FCT minister should also caution his people, his supporters, if actually he really wants genuine peace. I think we whipped this a lot. I said this before. 2 people who have protested in this state, so both of them should be spoken to. We've said that millions of times. Thank God Ability says the affected students should be compensated. This matter should not be swept under the carpet. It should be deliberate to short-change a particular region from getting admission. And it's so easy. We've turned it into this. All right, it is how we've just found a way to put some ethnic coloration to this thing that's interesting. So what will people in the North say? Or you think people in the North didn't fail the exams too? Come on. Good morning, Stephen Igbikis, Emergency JAM registrar putting out tears and admitting JAM error incompetency. In some countries, that guy would be suspended or fired first. That's what would happen. That's the same thing that will happen. If you are admitting that this sort of error happened and it's under your watch and it resulted in this national disaster, then somebody needs to be fired first before you solve the problem. Now, if it's your company, you will fire somebody. Why? What do I know? CBEX, EFCC is making progress. Big talk. Same progress they made. That message. I needed to finish it because I could tell where that person was going to. Unfortunately, you can send it again on Facebook. Okwando Obinna says, under former President Buhari, Professor Oloyede was judged as the best JAM registrar. Yes, he was, and the result was clear to all Nigerians. But countdown to the government of President Tinubu, everything in Nigeria has gone bad. Some said the FCT minister should be reminded that 27 Rivers Assembly members honored loyalty to him was the major precipient of the crisis in Rivers State. Well, Okudili Uwogu says federal government scores Tinubu high on economy is very laughable. They should allow Nigerians score them. And Onobi says, okay, CBEX is making progress. Big talk, same progress they made during NBA Forex. I knew that's where this is going. Blessed Allah says, JAM registrar in heavy tears over error made by his committee. We should all pardon him for the mistakes. Oh, really? Good. Okay. Lorenzo Delight says, okay, gifting stream. FCC minister should be reminded. Okay, we took that already. Lorenzo Delight comes back with this from Ichie, saying, the only what? The FCT minister, all we know is not interested, and I stand to be corrected. The FCT minister, all I know is that he's not interested. I stand to be corrected. If you ask for the opinion of some people who are critically looking at the situation, I think why it is what it is because the president is heavily involved. That's why everybody's now acting like they are cool. They want peace. Everybody's now doing like they were because the president has interest and the president has made it clear. And the president had even gone. It's the FCT minister said it, but the president have said I cannot reject the president, which means all of these things we are seeing is because of the president. Otherwise, there are other plans that maybe other individuals might have on how they want to go about this. But then the president is there, so it's a situation of why there's higher power. So everybody has to now try and see how they can. That's how this looks like. God's time. Elemoa says, federal government scores President Tinubu high in economy. Please, who is this federal government? That's why I said go and look at the details. You figure out there. Let's go to the phone lines now. Uche Ken from Ichie, let's start with you. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, let me begin with JAMB admitting mass failure in UTMA. You remember what I told us earlier the day the news broke? Now, look at what played out. JAMB, why you blame students for not reading, not studying their book? JAMB deserves the highest blame. Some centers, like I told you earlier, where you have 400, 500 participants with only 2 engineers to take care of the system. At the end of the day, you see students shouting, my own don't shut down. You see another voice from another corner, my own don't shut down. How many engineers you are taking care of those things? I believe JAM should not only apologize, they should do something to ensuring that those students get admission. Finally, Mr. Kanwo said he's not sure that FCT minister is ready for peace talk. I want to say that these are the set of people who has lured suspended governor into the mess he is today, if you ask me. People who put all their effort and energy to blame Wike in all ramifications. Forgetting that this same peace move was initiated by Mr. President. What happened? These are the people that has asked the suspended governor not to abide on those peace initiatives, telling him it was not constitutional. Now, Andrew, let me take us back a bit and reply those who said Wike wouldn't have reviewed why Sim visited him. You remember on 24th of April 2025, Thursday precisely, when Mr. Nwodi reacted to the move by the suspended governor to the Mr. President by taking Wike's camp unaware. That day I remember I called from Abuja and I told us that was not correct. That the suspended governor visited the FCT minister. That his problem is not doing sincere. And what did you expect Wike to do? That it was all over the globe. That Sim never visited him. He was taken unaware. Wike don't go. Sim don't do and shake it. And for him to come out to say, no, I was visited. Now he's not ready for the peace talk. Mr.
All right, let's go to Rumo Dumaya now. Promise is on the line. Promise, good morning. Oh, okay, in Abua, Abinoye, good morning.
Good morning, if you hear me, Andrew. Yes, it has been reported in all quarters, most times, that the emergency rule in River State is undemocratic. And it seems as if the president will not repent anytime soon. I think that if we are ruled by the law, shouldn't we obey the law? I think we need to just present our matter to God this time. Now, the JAMB issue, I think that the failure of JAMB is multifactorial. We don't need to crucify Eloide. And of course, in sincerity too, shows that it's remorseful. I think what we need to do is to help, the university should help to lower their cutoff points so that we can feed, the universities. Because this man has been conducting, exams for quite some time now. This one shouldn't crucify him. Thank you.
All right, God's Power and Remodara, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Ayeba God's Power. Andrew, recall that there was a day you have a guest in your studio and he was the, PDP chairman in River State, according to him. He was denying that Governor Sim did not visit Wike in Abuja. Now, the statement of Wike after that time clearly, made us understand that actually Governor Sim visited him. What statement do people want Wike to make for them to know that he's sincere in making peace in River State? Looking at Wike's history, political history, one should understand that the moment Wike make a statement, he stands by it. And he's the only politician that I have seen that he doesn't take political crisis and political quarrels at heart. Whatever thing that might have been transferred between Wike and somebody in politics, Wike forgives and he moves on with the person, if need be. So for Wike to make a statement on the crisis concerning Sim, assembly members, and himself, Wike is he's the most sincere politician I've ever seen in River State. Look around him today. You will see politicians that have had issues with him in the past. But today they are moving on, they are doing well. So those that are criticizing his statement today were those that are benefiting from the crisis in River State.
All right, Dakuku Ineche, good morning.
let me comment for the comment of Amechi, my MCT, former Minister of Transport. The comment he credited, yes, I support him. When he was a governor, chairman of Governor Forum, the president could not even attack them. He could not do anything. He took them to court as a man. But look at these present governors we are talking about. Because they are silent of another person, they cannot do anything to the president. Look at how he's suspending them, doing them as if they are small picking. While we are under democracy, the money to cover the president covers the governors, which they are not made. And now let me go to Akanwa. The comment he credited. Yes, the city minister is not interested to make peace in River State. That man, what he said is truth. He don't want to hear any peace between him and Sim. But Sim is trying to make peace, to make River State to move forward. He don't want. If I'm Sim, I suspend anything, being governor. Let him go and relax. He's a man of his own. He can't go and beg human beings as if he's a god. Let me stop here. Thank you. This is Dakuku from my pocket.
All right, Dakuku, thank you. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. The numbers again are 0817-923-0007 and 0817-923-0002. Don't forget to use the WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. We're just having slight issues with the phone lines. It's coming up though, so that's the delay. I'll just take some messages first. This person says, good morning. If not for the president, Wike would not have been able to stand against the suspended governor. He's using the president as a shield. Wike is, even if Sim visited him, must he be loud? Well, let's see, this is it. Let's lay this to rest. We don't know when the governor visited him. Whether the governor visited him yesterday, whether I visited him 2 days before the interview, whether I visited him just last week, whether I visited him months ago and we didn't know. The point is nobody said when. But let's take one thing out of it. There was a visit and the FCT minister said clearly why that visit happened. He said the president is interested and the president has directed. And that was how the two governors went with the suspended governor of Rivers State to visit the FCT minister to see how they can discuss peace. And he said they came and told him we want peace. And he told them, oh, these are other things that needs to be done. And that's just what it is. So I don't know why we're trying to... As long as there's a situation where one side wants to make it look like they're in charge, the other side wants to make it look like they are the Lord, the other side wants to make it look like we are the ones winning, this side wants to make it look like then nobody's ready for peace. That's, if you ask me, from the behavior of everybody from supporters to those in charge, then nobody's ready for peace. Because nobody comes to a table to discuss peace with their heads held high. Everybody has to humble themselves, and then we look at what the truth is, and then we solve it, and everybody moves on. Temple in Iche, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Femi Andrew. How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm very fine, thank you. Go on.
I'm looking at the registrar of JAMB, exercising some kind of deep emotions. Sometimes I will begin to ask, will this outcry solve any issue? And trying to put up another exam for the candidate, who take responsibility of all the expenses, the transport, and whatever it will amount to the children? Is it that the JAMB is going to take responsibilities? And do we continue to forgive people because they cry and admit their wrongs? And at the end of the day, if we come to another section, the same thing will repeat itself. And when we talk about all these CBT computer-based exam, I always ask, what are the machineries that are being put in place? You are setting up an exam, a computer-based exam, for a student who doesn't know what is a mouse, for a student who doesn't know the functions of the numeric keys that are being cited on the keyboard, who doesn't know what a CPU is. The same mistake we are trying to bring again in regards to WAEC. They are bringing it up to WAEC again, and nobody is saying anything. We are saying it's a welcome development, Tomorrow now, the registrar of WAEC will start crying. That is a mistake. I think we should do the needful and ensure the machineries are put in place. And
all right, Temple.
On what computer-based exams are. And at the same time, looking at the, abracadabra, and will I put it that way, regarding the annulment of the stew of Olapo clan, the very distinguished Shifemi Andrew. I think for me, I said this is an development to Eche people. I don't know why people in Eche here are always so greedy and self-centered. If you go to Rumokro is a clan. It's Orapo bigger than Rumokro.
All right, let's go to Rumo Dumaya. Thank you. We don't have time, Temple. We have to move on. Promise, good morning. Hello, Promise. Hello, Promise. Okay, lost the call from Promise. And that will be it. I think we just take some more messages on Facebook. Patrick Amadi says, those sole administrators that have inaugurated the local government sanitation marshals have done well. They should also inaugurate ours. Patrick from Afara Eche. Okay, Prince Jaff says the president is ruling the country with his own initiative and not the constitution. Alex Amechi is right. Nigerians no longer remember whether governors forum still exists. It used to be a strong institution which checkmate the president. Okay, all right. Federal government scores Tinubu high on economy. This is too funny. How can a man be judged on his own case by himself? Patrick Amadi says, okay, Ami4NS says on JAM, government should scrap it and allow schools to post UTME or strengthen JAM as only admission authority. I thought that we've heard that, was it not from the minister we heard, or who did we hear from, that the reason why students failed is not because there was computer error or anything, but it was because the system was tight and there was no space for people to cheat. I'm paraphrasing now. I think that was what was first said as the reason why we had a lot of people that failed. That it's not because people did not prepare or did not read. It's just because nobody can cheat now because of how tight the system is. So how did we go from that to now saying, oh, there were errors and there were... I think, well, Nigerians, that's all I can say now. That's all I can say. Let's just wait and see how this is being handled. In the meantime, a commercial is next. Good morning.
You are tuned in to